there's something not right. This tree behind me is always full with local birds that have come around the house. I really think not much about it, and it's like, okay, there's something not right. It's still cold, and I took the excuse, well, it's too cold for them. You know, they're keeping their heat, body heat, and energy for them to stay warm, and that was okay with me, giving a little break. But there was a time that, you know, for quite a while, they were not laying at all, even my new ones. About last year around September, when it's still pretty warm, I have gotten quails. And I still have not gotten any quail eggs since then. And this is the New Year's February now, and it's still pretty chilly. So I tried everything that I could think of to, you know, give them the right environment. I've done all my research that my chickens did not lay eggs very much. I know it's normal when they go through a molt or, you know, they're under a lot of stress. Well, some of them, my girls, were going through a molt, but not all of them. And suddenly they would just not lay any more eggs. And I was wondering, what the heck is going on? So it wasn't that cold yet, and I got less and less eggs each day. And then to a point, I didn't get any. And my quails have never laid. Some of y'all gave me some tips about what to do, what I could do, and I've done all these things. The only thing I really haven't done yet was the lighting. But with the days are getting longer, you know, I really don't need it. So I'm hoping that, you know, nature will take its own course. So I've been asking y'all if you had any, you know, any advice or help with my quails. And I have gotten quite a few, and I kind of implement those in trying to, you know, and to help for them to lay. They're living good, they're taken care of, they eat pretty well. They get their water every day fresh. They got a little, you know, cozy area that they can go in and shelter from the wind and all this stuff. So they're doing really good. And I went ahead and when I got them, and I always got the game bird feed. That's what they've been on the whole time. They were eating their food and everything. So I said, okay, I should be getting some quail eggs here very soon. Well, I still have not gotten any. Around that time, that's when all the stuff was coming up in the news and articles, and even some other YouTube channel were talking about this, about the chicken feed from Purina. Well, that kind of made me think about it a little bit. So, well, I have been giving my quails the quail feed, the game bird feed from Purina the time I got them. And my chickens were also, that I've gotten their feed also from Purina. Like I said, I thought I was doing something good about the feed. Well, long story short, egg production went down. My quails are not laying. So I went ahead and switched my feed. From my quail feeds, I went to a local co-op and got them from them. And I asked him just to make sure it had nothing to do with Purina. And he said no. So that was good news for me. Wasting the feed that I got from my quails, the game bird feed, and I went ahead and put it out for the birds out to eat, because they're constantly going into my chicken run and eating their chicken feed and the scratch what's in there. So instead of having them coming in the run area to eating their food, I'm just going to rather put it out here. So I did that, and with the bird flu going around, I was very cautious, because we had an outbreak not too far from here, and you want to, just keep your chickens safe. So the leftover feed that I had, and like I said, I did not want to waste it. I went ahead and put it by the bird feeder. And, normally they will come and eat their food. I have that tree full of birds in the mornings, and I love watching them. I know a lot of y'all are going to be telling me about you shouldn't be feeding the birds right now. And you're right. But instead, my local birds here that I have here, they're going my run. Like I said, I want to keep them out of the chicken area out. Well, the last couple of days, I have noticed that there are no birds eating from my feeder. And I said, well, what is wrong with this picture? I had an epiphany. I've been feeding the quails this feed, and they're not laying. They're really not eating that great of the food. And I noticed that my birds are not eating it either out here. I think it's a sign from nature and the wildlife around you saying, hey, there's something wrong with this feed maybe, because we're not eating it. Something wrong with this whole picture if the birds and the wild animals are not eating the feed. Or even the food that we have bought in the past with our dog food, that there's something changed in them because my dogs were not eating it and they were having a lot of health problems because of it. So my sign was given to me for my animals, and it's time to switch it out. I know I'm not the only one out here who having problems with their chickens not laying. I don't know very many about their quails not laying though, but that's okay. I just happened to use that product for my quails, and that was maybe a lesson learned. Just because you think it's one of the best feed that you can get for your animals, and it might not be. From now on, I'm just going to be buying my feed and my quail stuff through a local co-op, because I just don't trust these big companies anymore. As a chicken owner, I just want the best for my chickens. And I told y'all before that I was going to get a new breed of chickens. Well, with all the stuff that's going on right now with the bird flu, and it's like I said, it was very close to home here, so I decided not to get them right now. So the other chickens are back in the other run, roaming around and doing their thing. So whenever I do get new chickens again, or new chicks, I will be doing it all over again, getting it ready. I'm kind of sad not getting them, but I just want to make sure my chickens are safe and not taking any major risk on them. All I can do right now is switch to feedback what I've gotten, and to a brand that has nothing to do with Purina, and hoping that my quails will start laying. And if that was the case, that when they start laying, I know for a fact it was the game bird feed from Purina. What kind of experience y'all have encountered with your chickens, or if you have quails? I would like to know and share y'all's story, and maybe we can all help each other and learn from each other.